I love to inspire people more, yeah? You see, the challenge we have right now is people want to know about people. But what good is it for you to know about the person I'm dating or the person I used to date in the past, as opposed to conversations that can help empower you?
They think, I hear people saying,
yeah,
as you inspire them, as you influence them in other things, you can be sort of their marriage counselor.
No. Because again, if you want like relationship advice and things in that line, they are religious leaders in our communities. You have a pastor?
Yeah.
Do you pray?
My dad is a pastor.
Aha, you see? So you ask your dad one day, you know, the kind of conversations he listens to from people that are going through, you know, relationship issues, you know, you'll find there are quite so many. So in short, I want to tell you that in this kind of conversation, inspiring today, my relationship won't inspire you.
Your relationship won't inspire
it won't inspire
the audience.
Yeah, so let's leave the relationship area and focus on inspiring today.
I get your point. I get your point, but you know, when a name rises out, people normally point out the negative side and put like, I don't know why they speak.
No, it's normal because again, I'm a person who reads a lot and also watches a lot of documentaries.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, before he died, he said every one of us has skeletons. You know what a skeleton is?
I know. Yeah.
Yes. Every one of us has skeletons in their closet. We just choose not to.
Oh, I remember that part.
If you've watched the documentary of This Is It, those comments he did say. Even in the interview of Oprah Winfrey before he died,
one he explained how black and
he did explain that bit, and in that he was saying that people were following his life like so much, going so deep. What has Michael eaten? What is Michael? Is Michael dead? His children, his family. Like it got so personal, yeah. And it's one of the things that depressed him. And this is the thing about stardom or being a star. And this is what gets people depressed, lonely, and the rest is history. So every one of us has
skeletons in the closet.
They choose not to
reveal them. Okay. I get your point. So can we talk a little bit about your transition from MGS, which you are like a cameraman, if I am right?
I was camera, I was editor, I was graphics person.
Graphics person.
Yeah. But I learned all those things at that place, not at the university.
Wow. Let's talk about that.
Does that shock you?
That shocks me because nowadays when we go to the university, we are professionalizing in one thing. That's if it's videography, like video editing, it's video editing.
No.
Which is at some point, to me, this is my opinion, is killing us.
So in universities, what you're doing is getting papers. That's what you're basically doing. You're coming out with zero skills of what is actually on ground. And again, that forms the reason why we set up the skills clinic, because there is a mismatch between young people that are getting out of the university and those that are actually getting their jobs. In Uganda alone, you have 400,000 people that get graduated every single year. 400,000.
What?
Only 150 of those get a chance to get a job.
150,000?
Yes, 150,000 of the 400. So you have a deficit of 350,000 young graduates
who are jobless,
who are on the streets. And do you know what the cause is?
The consequences of them.
They have no skills.
And
they have a paper, bachelor's of arts, graduating, that's this. And companies are not asking for papers anymore.
Wow. I'm just glad that we are with the right person at this right moment, because Purpose Skills Clinic is there for that, actually.
Yeah.
Is there for that. So how was the transition difficult for you?
So the it's actually, I always say I was lucky. Not every one of us is lucky. Yeah? I was lucky that at the university, once I completed my bachelor's in mass comm, there was a notice advert of people of a company that �MGS that wanted young graduates to go and work as cameramen, and they were willing to train you even if you didn't know how to operate a camera. So I was lucky, and I was lucky because again I was open-minded. The challenge we have right now is people leave campus and they want a white-collar job straight away that pays 2 million Uganda shillings so that you can buy a car, have a good apartment and all that stuff. They're not willing to start from the bottom. So I was open-minded that I was willing to start from the bottom, go to that small media house, a new small company, that 2 years later, it enabled me to learn camera, editing, graphics. So when they opened record television, it was very easy for me
you to adapt
and be welcomed as a camera.
Wow. So you learned all these skills in a period span of
2 years.
2 years.
And yet the general course of mass communication is 3 years. Right now it's actually 4 years. They added 1 extra year.
My God. Learning one thing.
I don't know if it's one thing, but mass comm is supposed to be wide, you know, you're supposed to learn broadcast, print, public relations, all those things.
So you learned the real skills on the ground.
On the streets.
Oh my God. And that's how, why do you think those, because I hear less of companies like �MGS, Purple Skills Clinic. Why is it so?
�MGS was not a school, it was a business, somebody's business that was willing to employ fresh graduates to work in his company.
So why do we hear less of Purple Skills Clinic? Like, why is that so?
I don't think you guys have given it a lot of time, but there's a ton of vocational institutions. There are so many vocational institutions out there that are teaching skills. So many. The biggest challenge we have right now is the skills that are being taught are not relevant. Okay, they are still relevant, but not as much relevant. I'm just trying to equalize to what the current situation is. You understand? Young people right now, their love or their hobbies is what? Technology. They love fashion. They love creative arts. They love music and all those things. And then of course they love these things that we are doing. They love to be stars. Celebrity. So how do you use their passion, give them the skills, and then so that they can start to be self-employed, doing what they love to do?
And it takes, surprisingly, it takes just a few people who wake up and realize that they need to do it.
Exactly.
Because I believe there are a lot of talented, talented, famous journalists out there, and who have maybe the financial support the world need to do that. But I don't know why it takes very few brains to wake up and do that for the people.
Because every one of us has a destiny. We all can't be media personalities. We all can't start skills clinics. We all can't. So you cannot like crucify those that haven't done things like this. But one thing I know is that there's something that you and I can do in our communities out there. If let's say you're skilled in what?
Hosting.
Hosting, yes. Grab one of your friends to work with you so that every time you're hosting, he sees. You never know, he can pick interest, learn, and then that can also form his career later on.
Bonner, you have heard this. So that's very important. That's very, a very nice piece of advice, by the way. So you started Pre-Code TV as graphics designer, as cameraman, juggling everything. And how do you now put in presenting?
It's still a chance. So that's why I keep saying that I could have been so lucky and blessed, but it may be the opposite for you. So these skills help me enter TV. Frankly, I never dreamed of being a presenter. So this one day, my boss does a meeting, staff meeting, and then he calls us and he tells us to speak things that can get the company forward. So everybody stood up, commented. I also did stand up and go, no man. And then after the guy is like, you know what? Pass by my office.
And it's up to you.
I'm
fired.
I'm like, maybe I did say some harsh things in the meeting. And then he tells me, look here, I think you're very eloquent and charismatic. You could be a very good presenter. Have you thought of being a TV personality? I'm like, no, I don't want. I really don't want. It's not my docket. I love my graphics. I love my editing. He's like, okay, that day was Friday. He's like, on Monday, I want you to do a show called Record Family. It's a family show. You will allow people to call in, request for music.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. For 1 hour. I didn't know that was my interest. So on Monday I come, but that weekend I was very stressed.
Yeah. That's 3 days, 2 days.
2
actually.
days. You keep thinking, what am I going to say?
Actually, they even become 12 hours.
So Monday I come through. I'm like, okay, let me do this. I go in there, do my thing for 1 hour, and I'm like, okay, it's just gonna be 1 hour. And then I go, I tell him that, you know what, I'm not gonna be doing this. I just did it for sample. So after the show, he's like, this is very good. This is going to be a daily show on Record TV.
What?
From 7 to 8. It's called Record Family. So that's how I started to be a TV personality.
And that's how you started digging in deep into the presenting profession.
Exactly.
Oh, so you did this, and you did like 3 shows before leaving, 2 shows before leaving Record?
Now I was at Record for 4 years.
No, like two shows. You did the Request show, and then later on you went to.
So later on they transformed that show, the Record Family, because first of all it was just talking to people.
Hello.
And it's like, so what are your interests? I tell him, my interest is, I love music. He's like, okay, now let's transform this show to a daily music show between 4 and 6 p.m. And that's how that show that became very popular was born. And that's why most people saw me.